change you and
Dear Lord, I know I promised you I'd go back to Baltimore and forgive my father. Whatever he's done, he still is my father, huh? But then I had that dream. So was it a sign, or is this just the sin of pride, thinking that you brought me here to help Max and his baby? Oh, Lord, please help me to understand and do your will in all things. Amen.
Maggie?
Hi, Cass.
I just told Max I didn't know where you were.
Really?
Yeah, he called a few minutes ago.
Did you say why?
Yeah, he'd like you to stop by if you're in the neighborhood.
Oh, well, that's strange.
Strange. Maggie, between you and me, you could do a whole lot worse than Max Holden.
Okay, it's official. I am now silent partner over at Serenity Springs. Listen, a little advice. You might want to take on some help as soon as possible, Max.
I can handle it. Besides, these days, work is what I need. You better make sure Asa doesn't run you into the ground.
No, we're gonna be fine. But I mean it. If you need anything.
You'll be the first one I call.
Good. Day or night. You know, all you gotta do is ask.
You won't get the door?
I think you can handle that.
I thought all I had to do was ask.
Matt. Tina. Court, is Court here?
Yeah, it's right in the living room.
Court, good, you are here.
Hi.
All right, are you two ready for?
Ready for?
Big news. Big news. Gentlemen, I would like for you to meet the new publisher of The Sun.
I want the reports in my hands no later than 5. We can't even ship out the new line in... What? No, I'm not going to come into the office today, so just have everything messengered over here. I'm staying at my Aunt Dorian's through the holidays. Yeah, she lives on Lincoln Drive. Oh, and Delia, the agency should have those mock-ups for the Melador's Valentine's ads campaign. Just send those over with everything else, all right? Okay, thanks.
Well, that's encouraging. You decided to take my advice. Channel your energy in a constructive way. Concentrate on your work and forget about taking revenge on Marty Saybrook.
No way, Dorian. I'm not going to forget anything, especially not Marty.
There's your visitor. Patrick Thornhart. And Dylan Moody. I understand that my fiancée, Marty Saybrook's been in. Paul. Don't you think she keeps secrets from me?
Oh, I should hope not. Two people engaged to be married shouldn't keep anything from each other, eh? And by the by, congratulations.
I'll stop you right there. That's not why I came here.
So why are you here, Mr. Moody?
I need to know if Marty Saybrook is in any kind of trouble that she might not know about.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Sorry we're late, Marty. Chief Inspector Bass of the Special Branch, Marty Saybrook.
Pleasure to meet you, Miss
Hi.
Saybrook.
Come on in.
Thanks.
Can I get you some coffee or tea?
Thank you. No, time is such a precious thing. I'll come right to the point. You have information that could prove quite valuable to me about Patrick Thornhart.
Now, you listen to me, Blair. I have been where you are now. And one thing I learned is you cannot let bitterness poison your life. You listen to me, young woman. Come on. You better just think about positive things. That baby, that beautiful baby that's on its way, and Melidor's about to become a nationally successful company, and then there's the Sun.
I spoke to the lawyers today, and they said that I should sell the Sun and WVL.
That seems like a good idea. You've got a lot on your plate.
There's no way I'm going to sell the Sun, Dorian. Todd turned that paper around. It's what helped him turn his life around. I mean, do you realize that before he died, the Sun outsold the Banner? I will work 24 hours a day for the next 20 years if I have to, but I'm not going to sell the Sun. The Sun was Todd's chance to do something right, and I'm not going to let it die, Dorian.
I'm not actually publisher yet, but the Sun is mine as soon as the lawyer files a claim on it.
Excuse me, Tina. What about Blair?
After Blair and Todd broke up for the first time, he directly cut her out of his will, remember? And he didn't have a chance to make up a new one after the wedding. So, CJ and Sarah own the whole estate, everything that Uncle Todd owned. The money, the penthouse, the newspaper, the radio station.
If he doesn't have a child of his own.
Oh.
But Blair is pregnant.
So she says. And whose is it?
Well, I guess time will tell that, Tina. Listen, I gotta tell you, CJ and Sarah are far too young to be worried about this kind of stuff, Tina.
But I'm not. And until they are old enough, I'll have the court make me regent.
Regent.
Okay, well, never mind that anyway. The inheritance that Todd got from Victor, by rights, should have gone to me. And it would have, too, had he not been the #1 sexist in all of creation. And that's not the least of his sins.
Can I give you a little advice here, Tina?
You know what I think? I think I would have to go with Tina on this one. She thinks she has a chance to get what she deserves. She should go for it.
What is it that you want to know about Patrick?
Whatever you can tell us. Perhaps specific things he may have said in passing. You never know what might be helpful. Did Thornhart happen to mention his girlfriend, Siobhan Connolly?
Yes.
Good. And did he by any chance say anything suggesting admission of guilt in regards to her death? Did he happen to mention that he might have killed a law officer during his escape to the island of Inniscrag?
He told me that someone else shot Siobhan and that she died in his arms.
Who did he say killed her? Miss Saybrook.
It's okay, Marty. Patrick's in custody. He can't hurt you.
No, I'm not afraid of Patrick.
Something has you upset.
I went to Ireland on a vacation. I met a man. He talked about a lot of things. It was just conversation. And now you're here, and I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe.
Well, just tell us what you know, Marty.
At first, Patrick told me he was a physicist. And then he said he was a professor of literature or poetry, whatever. He also said that people were trying to kill him.
Did he say who?
Well, when he came here, he told me that Chief Inspector Bass was trying to have him killed.
Me?
Yes, yes. He said that you wanted him dead.
Well, Thornhart is a liar. You've already heard enough of his stories. He's a dangerous man. I'm sure we can all agree on that much.
Well, all I know is that I wanted to get away, have a vacation, and now I just wish my vacation would go away.
We finished here, Inspector?
Yes, I think so. I'll make sure not to bother you again with this business.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I couldn't be of more help.
You did everything you could. We'll just let ourselves out.
Thanks a lot, Marty. I'll be in touch with you.
Oh, yes, yes. By the by, there's just one more point. Did Thornhart say anything about, or did you happen to see sheet music during your time with him? Just a small page of handwritten sheet music.
You got Marty mixed up in a lot of trouble in Ireland, didn't you?
That I did.
Well?
Well, what?
Listen, Thornhart, I need to know if Marty's in any kind of danger. That way I can be looking out for it.
All right, all right, all right. Just simmer down. Margaret is someone I met when I needed help.
Margaret.
That's her name, isn't it? Look, I'll tell you what I told her. Forget about all of it. There is nothing that she went through when she was in Ireland that she has to worry about herself now.
That's the truth?
That's the truth. I was in trouble, and Margaret was the trusting kind. So I found her useful. I played on her sympathies, so I could get things done that needed to be done. And that's it. That's the end of the story.
Don't you try and break it up! That's enough!
One Life to Live, brought to you by Aleve, all day strong, all day long.
No, Cassie, stop. Whatever you're thinking, you're wrong. I'm not interested in a relationship, trust me.
Oh, no, of course not. And neither is Max. Not now, anyway. It's much too soon after Luna.
No, Cassie, you don't understand. See, I'm not looking to get into a relationship with anyone, with Max or anyone else.
But you go out with Cord.
Well, yeah, but we're friends. That's all I want.
Yeah, sure. For now.
No, probably forever.
Come on, Maggie. You're telling me you don't want children, a husband, home?
No, Cassie, look, my teaching is very important to me.
Yeah, well, so is my career, but River means a whole lot more. I've seen you with him. You're wonderful with kids. Someday you should have one of your own.
I do have kids. I have 17 kids in St. Francis School back in Boston, remember? 17 physically challenged, beautiful souls.
Yeah, but they're not yours. It's not the same thing.
I love them. I love every single one of them. I'm fulfilled, I'm rewarded. And as strange as it might sound to you, they are my kids. The day that Allie McNeil...
What? Come on, Maggie, why?
Allie is this beautiful little autistic girl. And one day last term, I was teaching her how to toss a beach ball, you know? One of those giveaways that it had a big brewery logo and slogan on it. Balls, beer, have a ball. Well, Allie caught the ball, and she traced the letters with her fingers. And she looked at me, so I read it to her. I said, have a ball, Allie, have a ball. Now, kids with autism, they never speak in the first person. You know, they never usually say things like, I'm happy, or I'm hungry, or I love you. And sometimes they don't speak at all. But on that day, that beautiful little girl looked at that beach ball, and she smiled. She looked at me, and she said, I have a ball. I have a ball, Cassie. I just thought, this is the greatest moment of my life. They are my kids.
The last thing I need right now, Max, is you egging her on to get back at Blair.
Look, this has got nothing to do with the fact that I can't stand Blair. Tina was cheated, now she has the chance to put it right, that's all.
That's right. I'm Victor Lord's daughter. Whatever money he left Todd should go to the other child, me.
Mm-hmm. And what about Todd and Blair's baby? She is pregnant, Tina. That child has no right to anything. You're going to do to this child what was done to you, and that's going to make everything fair. That's going to be fair for everybody.
Oh, there he is. Mr. Judgmental. He's back.
Well, wait a minute. There's a big difference between telling the difference between right and wrong and being judgmental, Tina. Fine, you know, you're going to do what you're going to do. We both know that. But I want to warn you about something, Tina. You get involved in the courts like this, cases like this go on for years, and the only people who are going to get rich off of this are the lawyers.
Not this time. And even if I do lose, at least I'll have done something for our children.
This is all about CJ and Sarah.
Yeah.
Okay, listen. How about this? Tomorrow, I will go and I will set up trust funds for the kids. That way, if I do get remarried, if I do have a family with somebody else, you and the kids will know that their futures are secure, no matter what. And if I do that, Tina, will you stop going after Todd's money and property? Will you do that? I mean, put your money where your mouth
All right,
is. Tina.
I see it.
If this is about the kids, if this is about CJ and Sarah...
I see it. I understand now. I do.
You see what?
What your problem is. And it's not about right or wrong or Blair. I know exactly why you're trying to stop me from doing this. And it's not going to work.
How could you do that to Marty? How could you take advantage of her like that, huh? She's been trying all her life to get back to where she could trust somebody again, and she finally had. And then you string her along with all these lies, and she falls for them.
Listen, I know all about Margaret's trouble with trusting. She told me. She's frightened of being abandoned, comes from her parents dying so suddenly.
I don't care what you think you know, Thornhart. You had no right to take advantage of her like that.
You know, you're right. I put her in danger. It's not what I wanted. But she's all right now. Make sure she stays away from Chief Inspector Bass. That's all, Dylan. All right? If she doesn't talk to him, she'll be safe.
She'll be safe or you'll be safe.
It's her good that I'm looking after.
It's your own neck you're looking after. She's got you figured out, Thornhart. In fact, right now, she's probably putting that last big final nail right into your coffin.
Meaning what?
Meaning, what's the big deal if she speaks to your Irish inspector? In fact, just like I said, right now, she's probably speaking to your good friend, Inspector Bass.
No, Dylan, wait.
For God's sake, don't let it... You don't know what you're getting into. Don't let her talk to Bass.
Now that you mention it, I do remember Patrick was some sort of manuscript page.
Did he happen to play the tune for you?
Off the sheet music. No, he didn't.
I see. And do you play, Miss Saybrook?
Yeah, a little, yes.
Do you read music as well?
Yes. But I didn't see the music that Patrick had. Why? Is it important?
Oh, not much. If something else comes to mind, tell the good commissioner here. He has my number back in Ireland.
I understand.
And please, don't hesitate. Thank you again for your time. Commissioner?
No, why don't you go ahead. I'll meet you back at the hotel, okay?
You can reach me in my room.
Bo, is there something else?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is, Marty. Didn't seem like you wanted to tell our friend, the inspector, the whole story. Want to tell me?
You don't think I can run the Sun, do you? Admit it.
I will admit that you have absolutely no experience doing that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll admit that.
Okay, and neither did Todd, so he learned, why can't I? And running the paper is in my background. All the lords have been journalists, and I am a lord.
Well, there you go. Let's call up the New York Times. Hi, I'm Tina. I can be publisher. I'm a lord.
Wait.
I don't want to miss a moment of this.
Hi.
Maggie.
You wanted to see me, Cassie said you called.
Yeah, I did.
So I was in the neighborhood. I thought I'd drop by.
Hey, Maggie. Hi. How you doing? Come on in. You don't mind, do you, Maggie? No. Hey, how you been? I haven't seen you in a couple days. I missed you.
Well, hi. I don't think now is a good time to catch up. I'm sorry. We were right in the middle of something, and I think we should finish that, okay? Corden, not here,
Tina,
though.
we don't
not
need to talk
here.
about that now.
Well, you need to convince me why I should run my own newspaper. Come on.
Oh, I
Where's
do.
our coat?
Oh.
Excuse me. Sure.
All right, well, I guess I'll see you soon. We're going to talk about a newspaper.
Bye.
All right, okay. Coming, all right.
Run our own newspaper?
It's a long story. Next question.
Okay, how are the kids? How are the twins? I thought maybe that's why you wanted to talk to me.
Oh, no, kids. No, it wasn't about the kids. All it was about a. Well, it's no big deal, really. Go ahead, come on in. I wanted to give you you know what? Well, since you had a present for me.
Oh. Well, thank you, Max.
Open it.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. Oh, I love this. I love this. This is great. Is it me?
Yeah.
Did I tell you I had a hat collection? This is so great.
You didn't tell
It's
me.
my first Phillies cap, though. Thank you.
Great. Well, it's not all. It's a two-part present. Check the box. 2 tickets, opening day, great seat, Phillies, Veterans Stadium, first week of April. Take whoever you want. Something wrong?
Oh, Max, I can't accept these.
You think I'm being ridiculous, don't you, holding on to the sun?
No. Not if keeping it is going to make you feel like you're keeping Todd's memory alive. Wonderful. So, what can I do to help? Come on, let's get to work. After all, it used to be my paper.
Well, I want you to help, but not right now. I've got something I've got to do first, you know. Doreen, there's just so many questions that are unanswered about how Todd died. I mean, I accept it. But I just want to know how he died and who's responsible.
He had an accident with his car.
I don't believe it. There's got to be more to the story.
What makes you think so?
Doria, come on. Todd went to Ireland to bring Marty home to go visit this little sick girl in the hospital, Paloma. Now, Marty said that Todd stayed behind to help out a friend of hers.
The man who came into this country with Todd's passport.
Patrick Thornhart. But the question is, what happened when Marty left? Why did Todd end up being dead while this Thornhart guy still is? Did Todd give Patrick Thornhart his briefcase, or did that guy steal it and then send Todd over the cliff?
What are you saying, that Todd was murdered by Marty's friend?
Dorian, I read a lot about this Thornhart guy in the newspapers over there, and you know what they say? They say he killed his girlfriend. Now, is Marty the type to hang out with the murderer, do you think?
No, I wouldn't have thought so.
Maybe that's why she got friendly with Todd these last couple of weeks.
Blair?
She hated Todd so much, she set him up. She took revenge for the rape.
What?
I mean it, Dorian. Marty deliberately lured Todd over to Ireland and had her friend Thornhart kill him.
I'm not looking to keep anything from you, Bo.
Guess it must have been the inspector then. Don't you like him?
Not much. Besides, the very first thing Patrick did when he came to the house was to warn me about Bass. And then well, when I went to the jail to visit him, he brought up his name again.
Oh. So obviously then you believe Thornhart.
No. Well, I'm not sure. You see, Patrick said some personal things that same visit.
Oh. What kind of things?
Things that I knew weren't true. Things that made me wonder if he'd told me the truth about anything.
So you don't trust Patrick, and you don't trust the inspector either?
I don't know.
You didn't feel sure enough to tell the truth to the inspector just now, right? Why? I mean, if Patrick's been lying to you right from the start, then why hold back? Why not just tell the inspector what he wants to know?
One Life to Live will continue in a moment here on ABC.
It's a very sweet thought, though. Thank you.
That's the reason you can't accept?
No, I'm not going to be here the first week in April. few days from now, I'm gonna...
Back in Baltimore?
Yeah.
And then you'll be back up to Boston, and then, do yourself a favor. Hang on to the tickets. You've been on your way out of town ever since you got into town. I got a very strong feeling that the first week of April, you'll be in Landview.
Yeah, Max, it's funny you should say that. Interesting. Funny. Something happened on Christmas Eve, and I've been waiting to talk to you about it.
Could you hold that thought just one moment? I'll be right back. Okay, Dad's coming. Hold your diapers.
I don't know who to trust. And it's not because Patrick means something to me, Bo.
Did I say he did?
Well, that's what you're thinking, isn't it?
I don't know. Should I?
I just don't want to make any more mistakes. That's why I decided not to trust Bass.
You trust me?
Yes, I do. Bo, it's just gotten all mixed up. I mean, I'm really responsible for Todd's death. He was trying to help me. And last time I saw him, I gave him this Celtic cross for courage. He ended up having a lot of that. You see, I told Todd to trust Patrick. So if Patrick's responsible for what happened, then I want him punished.
So does Inspector Bass.
But if Patrick is right about Bass, and Patrick ends up like Todd because of me, I know Bass is a government agent, but I spent a lot of time with Patrick. And, well, if he's guilty, then there's a lot of things that don't make sense.
Like what?
Like, why were we kidnapped? They held us at gunpoint.
No, who held you?
Another inspector, Quilligan. He's Irish Special Branch, like Bass. He interrogated us.
Yeah, Quilligan. I know. Patrick told me about Quilligan. Okay, what did he want?
He heard me playing the music.
What, the music Bass just asked about? You saw that?
Yes, and once I hear it, it's in my head for good. And that's the one thing that Patrick warned me about the most. He said, don't tell Bass I know anything about the music. It's only going to put me in more danger. And I'm only telling you this because I do trust you.
So my job is to figure out who's telling the truth. And this thing is getting more and more complicated.
All I know is I want it done. Whatever this is all about.
Marty, oh, Bo, you're still here. All right. So, where's that Irish cop?
Inspector Bass just left.
What did he want, though?
Well, he just had a few questions he wanted to ask Marty.
So that means that this is the end of it, right? I mean, she told him what he needed to know, gave him all the answers, and nobody's gonna be bothering her anymore.
Yeah, let's just hope so. You hang in there, Marty.
Do my best.
Yeah, I'm glad you felt you could trust me. Good night.
Good night.
Right, Bo. You all right?
I'm fine.
Are you sure, Marty?
Oh, I'm fine. Why? What's the matter?
With me, nothing. I'm just concerned, that's all.
Why? What's going on? Is there something I don't know?
Blair, look, you know me. I have always been happy to think the worst of Marty, but even I have a hard time believing that she lured him over to Ireland in order to get him murdered. I know what I know. Okay, fine. Let's just, for argument's sake, say that Marty is indeed somehow responsible for Todd's death. But, sweetheart, unless you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm going to find something. Where are you going? I thought we were going out to dinner. I'm going to go have a little talk with Marty's friend, Patrick Thornhart.
Is he hungry?
No, he just wants to be rocked.
Are you telling me you can tell what each little whimper means?
I'm his dad, yeah, I can tell what each of his noises mean. Hey, you want to try?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You might want to try and sing him a lullaby, too, if he likes that. Although he doesn't like it when I sing him a lullaby. It must be my voice. No. You know what? I think now's a good time for me to go check on Leslie. I'll be right back.
You don't like your daddy's lullabies, huh? Oh.
Dear God, I just want to say thank you. I mean, I tried to kill Victor. I withheld his medicine. And I thought... But now Vicky has said that she killed Victor. Oh, thank you, God. Thank you, thank you. Maybe it's vanity, but I have to believe that there's a reason. And here's what I think. I think that I am still here because you want to see me become someone worth saving. And I'll try. I will try. I warned Blair that revenge is a dangerous thing, that it can ruin your life. And no one knows that better than I do. Now, if it isn't pushing my luck, I need your help with something else, because you see, I am not sure that I have the strength to pull it off by myself. I'll try my best, but please, God, please.
Mother? Are you praying?
No, I'm not suing for me. It's just... You don't understand.
All right, fine, Tina, then help me to understand. Tell me what you're thinking here. I promise you. I'll just listen. I won't say a word.
Todd's money belongs in this family, and CJ and Sarah deserve it. Forget about me. This has nothing to do with me, except I want them to know that I am the one, not you. And not Clint, not Asa. I got them this money. The whole world thinks that their mother is an idiot, but you know what? One day they're gonna look back and they're gonna know they had a mother who was strong when she had to be, and they had a mother who got out there and fought for their share. I want them to be proud of me.
Tina, they are proud of you. And so am I. You know, CJ and Sarah, they're not going to admire you or respect you anymore if you get them all of Todd's money. You know, if you were to ask them what they wanted, they would say that they want you to be happy in whatever you do. I think that's what you should do, Tina. Try to work at something that makes you happy. You know, if you do that, I bet you're going to find the type of person that you want to be with. And you could have this great new life.
All right, I'm trying.
I know you are. I remember you said you were going to try dating again. How's that going?
You know how it's going. I'd love to date, but that service I used, they would set me up with all these weasels.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you're not filling out that questionnaire the right way. I'm not saying it's something that I want to try again, but oh, maybe you should give it another try. I could help you. You know, I could help you fill out the questionnaire. I think I know you pretty well, don't I?
Nobody knows me better.
So you take me up on my offer?
I'll tell you what. You can help me fill one out, and I'll help you fill one out.
Oh.
Okay, you said you wanted to get out more, Cord. Come on. You gonna take me up on my offer?
Yes, I will. All right. Come on. Let's do it. Let's go back to Lanfair.
Okay.
And I got the coffee.
Thank you.
Well, it's about time you answered the bloody line, Ivers. Yes, I questioned Saybrook. She said that Thornhart did have some sheet music with him, but she'd never heard it or seen the notes. No, I didn't believe her. You keep a close eye there. I want to know about anyone who talks to Miss Saybrook.
Yes, I was praying. I pray. I just don't usually do it so publicly. It's the holiday season, and after everything I've been through this past year, I thought I ought to say thank you.
It's okay. You don't have to explain. You have some time? You want to come back to the rectory?
Wait. I wasn't just saying thanks. I was asking for strength. The strength not to hurt someone.
Who are you afraid you got to hurt?
Joe, Kathy, ever since I realized that I didn't have to fear death row, that I was rid of David, I haven't been able to stop thinking about Joe. It took all the strength I had last winter to let him go.
You can't go back.
I know. But I'm afraid of the part of me that wants him back.
You can't. It's over.
I love him.
Come back to the rectory with me. Rivers missed you. I'll make us some tea.
Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Dorian?
How's that little guy doing?
Waiting for Daddy. You're both waiting for Daddy. Max, remember I told you about the dream that I had, that really bizarre dream?
Well, what about it?
Well, I hope you can understand, or try to at least, why I have to say what I'm trying to say.
Well, come on, Mag, you spit it out. You've never had any trouble speaking your mind, so come on, what is it?
It's about Frankie.
Well, what about Frankie?
Haven't you noticed that, I've noticed...
What?
Doesn't it seem to you that there's a problem? Haven't you noticed that Frankie can't hear very well?
I'm concerned about you, Marty, because I think you're in danger.
From what?
I went and spoke to Patrick in jail today.
You did?
Yes.
What did he tell you?
He warned me about this Inspector Bass, and I thought he was blowing a lot of smoke, trying to save his own skin. But there's something more to this. And until I figure out what it is, I think we should play it safe. So I don't think it's a good idea if you talk to anyone, not even Bo. At least not until they get Thornhart back to Ireland. Promise me, okay?
Okay, promise. I just want this nightmare to be over.
It will be. You just hang on tight. Because I'm not going to let anything happen to you, I promise. I'm not going to let anything happen to you ever.
You'll find that all the papers are in order.
Well, I think I'd just like to check them out, if you don't mind.
Your first extradition, I understand. By the book. Now, you'll see here that I've made arrangements for a flight in the morning. We can have Mr. Thornhart back in Dublin by nightfall.
Well, not tomorrow, you won't. This paperwork has to be filed with the federal courts, and then they file their motions at the local level.
All right. Federal court. And that's just what we'll do.
Next year.
What?
Well, the courts were all in recess until after the first of the year. Nothing anybody can do about that.
Well, we'll just see about that now, won't we?
For someone from out of town, you sure get a lot of visitors, Thornhart.
It's not Dylan Moody again, is it?
Nope. It's a woman this time.
Margaret Saybrook.
No, Mr. Thornhart, it's not your precious Margaret Saybrook. Thanks to you, it's the widow of Todd Manning.
They're desperate for New Year's dates.
and Gordon's ringing in the romance. Guest Street 96 in style on the next Gordon. Then move over Cupid, Moms on the Job, meet matchmaking mothers on the next Carney. Tomorrow, only here on News Channel 2.
From the American Broadcasting Company, ABC.